Water. We assume it'll flow endlessly from the taps, like magic. But while we're busy with life, the global water crisis is creeping closer to home. Here's a tough truth. 97% of the Earth's water is salty, 2% is locked in polar ice caps, and we're left fighting over just 1%. Meanwhile, populations are surging, and our freshwater sources aren't catching up. Think about it. That morning coffee? It took 34 gallons of water just for the beans. That burger you had for lunch? Around 1,800 gallons. Before most people finish breakfast, they've indirectly consumed hundreds, sometimes thousands of gallons. And it's not just individuals, it's entire regions. Droughts are turning farmlands into deserts. Reservoirs like Lake Mead and Lake Powell are at historic lows. If we keep this up, experts warn we're heading for mega droughts that could last decades, maybe longer. Now imagine water wars. Not decades in the future, but soon. If these patterns continue, fighting over water could become as common as conflicts over oil. So what do? Wait for the government to step in? Cross our fingers for rain? Or like Richard, take matters into our own hands? Back in 2015, Richard Wilson thought he was prepared for California's worsening droughts. A third-generation farmer, he had solar panels, a well, and a stockpile of emergency water. He thought his family was safe. Then the unthinkable happened. One night, Richard woke to his mother screaming outside. Grabbing his rifle, he rushed out to find a life-changing scene. His uncle, yes, his own family, swinging a shovel at his father, desperate to steal their water. For a moment, I froze, Richard said. I couldn't believe it came to this. Family turning on family, fighting over water. Thankfully, no one died that night, but the damage was done. That moment forced Richard to confront a harsh reality. If he didn't act, his family's future could easily crumble. I decided on the spot, never again. I'd do whatever it took to make sure no one I loved would go without water, he said. Richard started searching for solutions. He learned about costly options like digging deeper wells, up to $300,000 per well, or buying expensive bottled water systems. He even looked into traditional filtration methods, but found them unreliable and, in some cases, dangerous due to toxic chemicals in the supply. But then, his brother-in-law, Tim, mentioned something fascinating. The military had developed portable machines that could pull drinking water right out of the air. That idea sparked everything. The technology Tim shared operates on a simple concept: condensation. Think of how water droplets form on a cold soda can. This device uses the same principle, but on a larger, more efficient scale. These water generators are already used by armed forces worldwide, including the US, Israel, and India, to create clean drinking water in hostile, desert-like environments. Richard realized that if he could replicate this system at home, he'd never run out of water again. He teamed up with his friend Jason Mitchell, an air conditioning expert, to create a working prototype. The goal was clear: it had to be cheap. No one should spend a fortune to stay safe. It needed to be simple. Even a 12-year-old should be able to build it. 2 months and 7 failed versions later, they cracked the code. The final design, which they called the Aqua Tower, could produce up to 30 gallons of pure water a day and cost just $200 to build. You can build your own Aqua Tower to ensure a clean water supply for your family forever. Click the link in the description below to learn how to do it today. Since creating the Aqua Tower, Richard has helped over 57,000 families gain water freedom. They're no longer at the mercy of government restrictions, failing infrastructure, or rising utility costs. What would it mean to you to never worry about water again? To know that no matter what disaster struck, your family would be safe and secure? That's what the Aqua Tower offers. It's more than a DIY project, it's peace of mind. Take action today and discover the simple steps to build your Aqua Tower. Click the link below to get started on your journey to self-sufficiency with clean water. Ready to take control? The Aqua Tower is available as a detailed step-by-step guide, complete with blueprints, material lists, and video instructions. You don't need to be an engineer or DIY expert to make it work. As long as you can turn a screwdriver, you're good to go. Right now, you can grab the complete guide for less than $40. And with a 60-day money-back guarantee, Richard has taken all the risk off your shoulders. Isn't your family's safety worth that small investment? Don't wait until it's too late. Click the button below to get started on your Aqua Tower now and secure your family's water independence for life. Don't wait until it's too late. Secure your independence now.